Do you guys hear that? That can only mean one thing: witches, goblins, cauldrons crackling, the most magical time of the year. We gotta get to decorating. Let the show begin. All right, we are having a super cozy night in. We've got some witch's brew, even sporting my Hocus Pocus sweatshirt. And yes, children have been everywhere up in here, so we are giving it a little clean before we dress up the living room. And can we have a moment of silence for this magical star garland? I saw this at Michael's and I just know I'm gonna be busting this out for every single holiday. It's even prettier in person and just fits the whimsical feeling I love to have for every holiday. Get your hearts ready for the cutest DIY that's really making waves right now. It is crazy simple. My family and I watched Hocus Pocus while I made it, and it took -0 brain power. All I used was a cauldron I already had, a foam ball. You could also use an old pumpkin or just any kind of round things that you have just to attach the ornaments to. These ornament bubbles are definitely doing things to me. They're so pretty. I used standard size ornaments and then some baby ones, just remove the bottom for a more realistic look. And then I had fun with it, glued the bubbles on the side to give kind of more of a cascading cauldron look, which I love. Added some of my favorite fairy lights for a beautiful glow, some pretty velvet ribbon, and voila, an affordable show-stopping piece for Halloween. Alright, so moving on, if you watched my last video, you know I introduced you to my love of ghosts with character, so you know I had to have these ghosts. I saw these at HomeGoods and I wanted to marry them on the spot. I love all their different expressions and they even glow. Do I even need anything else with the cauldron? These are so cute. And if you're new here, I'm Rose. I am a working mama of 2. My husband and I are dancers and get to travel teaching others. I'm also a homeschooling mama and crazy for the holidays. So if you're into all things creative, motherhood, motivation, holiday magic, then this might just be the channel for you. If so, I would love it if you would subscribe and let me know you're here. Moving on to movie number 2, you guys, it is almost embarrassing how many times I've watched the new Elvis movie this week. Have you guys seen this? I can't even talk about it. It is my latest obsession. I'm telling you, if Austin Butler doesn't win the Oscar for his role as Elvis, I'm never watching another movie again. I watched it almost every single night this week. It's just so good. I just smiled the entire movie. I just could not believe it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But anyways, back to Halloween, adding some final details. Some things are old, some things are new. If you have any questions about where I got something that I forget to mention, please don't hesitate to ask and I would be happy to let you know. Had to add the Hocus Pocus banner to celebrate the second movie coming out. I will be sharing my spooky charcuterie board at the end of this video because I know a lot of people are going to be having Hocus Pocus parties and I think it's just such a cute and fun way to start spooky season. And it's probably my favorite decorating I've done. My charcuterie board's so random. I thought the banner was cute, but I'm gonna add some foliage to it to give it a little extra something. I will show you guys how it turns out in the next video. Adding some simple festive pillows to our couch. I don't want to overdo it because honestly, they never look nice on here. My kids are always moving them, and so I would just rather have my sanity at this point in time, but that ghost one, I have a problem. I love it. I got this glass pumpkin from Hobby Lobby, and I just love the warm glow it brings to this room. This room is good for now, and I would love to know what you think. Good morning, day 2, and the decorating continues. Picked up some fresh roses. Fresh flowers are really my favorite decorations, and this package had just arrived at my door. This is the first year I'm adding a few festive touches to my kids' room. I have wanted to order this sign for a few years, and I love the Hocus Pocus vibes. This felt garland, I use these felt garlands for almost every holiday, but I love this one for the Halloween colors with a little bit of pink for a girly room. Hanging these floating witch hats, I swear it's the easiest and most affordable things that my kids love most. I told them that the Sanderson sisters were here and they got really excited. And then hanging this witch cape I got off Amazon for just a few dollars so she can play dress up. This bag was free with purchase and I love it. I might have to borrow it after this video. And then I just started repurposing some things we already had, just getting creative. We had that cauldron laying around, so use that to store Marley's Disney ears and headbands. Marley has had this puppy for years and it was looking rough, so we just gave her a coat of paint. She was better than ever, all fancy with her Halloween pastel colors. Love her so much. And then had this bat balloon lying around, so lost all my oxygen trying to blow him up. And then a few more details. This little guy is from the Hide and Eek collection at Target, I believe. He bounces. He is so cute and he talks. I kind of want to borrow him too and put him downstairs. He is just so fun. Added a few more details, and this room is ready for a little witch in training. Giving my entryway a little sprucing before decorating. These stairs are dark wood and I feel like they need to be vacuumed every day. Full-time job over here. Switched out this sign because it was giving me too much live, laugh, love energy for Halloween. So replacing it with this apothecary sign I already had. Added a sparkly vase. I wanted this entryway to feel kind of like a spooky wedding. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Added these florals that I got from Michael's. They have some really good ones at this time of year. And since the popular Pottery Barn jack-o'-lanterns are all sold out, I wanted to attempt to recreate it. So I took an old white jack-o'-lantern that I had, added some terracotta paint that I got also from Michael's, and it dries into a clay pot finish. And while not identical, super cute, and you don't have to sell your soul like I did. Moving on to the staircase, which may be my favorite part of this video. I saw this idea online and just gave it my own twist, if you will. I draped some creepy gauze cloth I got at Target, and I used some fishing line to connect it to the rail. I think this idea would be really pretty on a mantle as well. I added some webs to mine right on top, which was really oddly satisfying to stretch out, and then found that bat garland on Amazon. It came in a pack of 5. And I just used fishing line to attach everything. Of course, my fairy lights, it only took one strand of those to go all the way up to the top. It definitely took some patience, but was totally worth it. Added some ribbon to cover up the parts that were bunching. And of course, we need some spiders crawling up the webs. Marley got one of those the next morning and stretched the web to make it look like it was hanging. I loved it, and this area is complete for a spooky wedding. So I wanted to share a spooky movie night inspired charcuterie board. Printed out these movie tickets from Thread Mama Shop online. I ordered these cookies off of Etsy. I just couldn't help myself. I am a sucker for little festive cookies and cakes. Using my favorite Trader Joe's letter cookies. These are so fun to write little messages for your kids, maybe a flirty message for your man, and then just added some snacks we had laying around. Target has some really good ones for fall right now. And then I wanted to get some googly eyes for the donuts that we had. I wanted them to look like ghosts, but they ended up looking more like Oscar the Grouch, but you know, same thing. And then added some cute pieces just for some cute pictures. Let's get real. I could barely finish this before my ghouls were ready to gobble this up, and just in case there wasn't enough sugar, added some cotton candy for good measure, a bloody Hawaiian punch with some ice cubes. I ordered those on Amazon. They light up when they hit the liquid, and voila, a spooky charcuterie board ready for your spooky movie nights. It just isn't spooky season in our house until we watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. Such a classic. We love Jack Skellington so much. I hope you got some Halloween inspiration. Lots more to come. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.